Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Manu Reyes from the College of Business. I am here to talk to you about corporate social responsibility and preserving the environment. First of all, what is corporate social responsibility? This question was very well answered by none other than the author of your Buscarga textbook, Professor John R. Sugar. Now, he said that there are two contrasting views on corporate social responsibility. One of them is the classical view. In the classical view, management's primary concern is maximization of shareholder value. What does that mean? It's all about the money for them. Now, this may look good on your income statement, but of course, there's a downside to this. When a corporation has its eyes focused on profit maximization alone, the farmer tends to lose sight of everything around it. And it ends up getting into conflicts with interest groups and government agencies. So they end up having extra expenses as well. On the other extreme is the socio-economic view. In this view, on the other hand, management's responsibility does not end with the economic one. It also has an ethical responsibility. Yes, there is also a downside to this view. With the socioeconomic view, the business is careful not to cross the paths of anybody else but their own. The problem here is, in doing so, in following everybody's guidelines, they end up incurring extra expenses as well. So of course, the most successful businesses today find a balance between the two. The only problem is, these days, people want money. They want to do it the easy way. They don't want to be following everybody's guidelines, being told what to do by all the interest groups and government agencies. So most businesses these days tend to lean toward the classical view. I'm sorry about that. They tend to lean toward the classical view, meaning they care more about money making than their ethical responsibility. So what does that mean to the environment? Okay. Okay. Obviously, when a company doesn't follow its ethical responsibilities, it has a bad effect on the environment, as you can see. It's supposed to say here that 80% of all air pollution comes from factories and various modes of transportation, but I don't know why it doesn't. Anyway, moving on. More on the bad environmental effects of unethical businesses. There was a time when our land mass was covered by 50% forest. Now it's only down to 10%. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, what do we do about it? Okay, the answer is pretty simple. ARP, just like the dog. ARP. It's an acronym for aware, responsible, and proactive. This is what we have to do to be able to leap forward and achieve better things without destroying our planet. Okay, let me elaborate. What do I mean by being aware? I mean, read the science. You don't exactly have to do background research on the products you purchase, but at least if you see that kind of stuff coming out, then don't get the product. I mean, I'm citing Coke as an example because they are one of the biggest corporate giants that step on everybody's shoes. I mean, they evade taxes here in the Philippines. They have reportedly drained public water in India, causing a lot of farmland to turn into deserts. Okay, I have to move on. I have a lot more on Coke, but I have to move on. Being responsible. The pictures speak for themselves. When you're not using something, turn it off. I'm talking about lights, anything that uses electricity, your water. It's the small things all put together that make a big difference. And lastly, being proactive. Join organizations. That's all. I'm sorry, but I'm out of time. Thank you for listening. These are my references. What? There's something wrong with my PowerPoint. There's something wrong with my PowerPoint. It's not the one. It's not the one. It's not the one. I must have saved it on my laptop, and the one in the USB is not updated.